Hey, 1st through 4th grade leaders, we had such a great time at training camp. I just want to thank all of you for diving in and helping last week. It was crazy, but so good. Keep teaching our kids how to grow stronger on the inside. We're going to continue to ask them to bring their work on their devotions. If they didn't get a devotion and a Bible bookmark and the family challenge, we're going to encourage kiddos to come up at the end of class and grab one, and we're going to keep encouraging our kids to work in those so they can get their name up and we can reward them with prizes. Now we're going to continue growing stronger on the inside by looking at our big idea of peace for the rest of the month. Peace is proving you care more about each other than winning an argument. Ooh-wee, that's going to be good stuff, even for adults, because we like to be right fighters as well. What we're going to have the kids do is when they come in, they are going to make a city on large construction paper. Within that city, I want them to draw wells or places where they can get water, because it's going to have to do with our Bible story. We're going to be diving into Genesis chapter 26 and looking at Isaac. Isaac got his father's land, and he went and was going to reopen some wells, and the neighbors had an issue with this, and instead of fighting with the neighbors, he just moved and changed places and dug his wells in another place. So our bottom line this week is prove you care more about others by walking away from a fight. So after a large group, our first activity is going to be these shoes were made for walking. Here is your activity that you'll be doing. These will all be cut out and hole punched. We're going to make kind of a 3D with these shoes. What you're going to do is give each kid an activity sheet. What they're going to do is think of, let me get to it. They're going to take the we're going to have short shoestrings for each one of the kiddos, and they're going to lace those up. So it'll take them just a little bit to get these all ready. Then I want them to decorate their shoes, and I want them to write something along that has to do with the bottom line. Walking away from a fight, caring more about others, somewhere along the side of the shoe. They're going to use these shoes in prayer time, so they need to hang on to them. Our second activity is going to be focusing on our memory verse. Our memory verse is found in Romans. Sorry, I lost my sheet. It's called a memory verse relay. What we're going to do is have the kiddos sit down. We are working on their Bible skill drills. That's part of training camp that we did. So they're all going to find Romans chapter 14, verse 19. You as the leader read the verse to them. Then what you're going to do is you're going to create two teams from your group. You will have a starting line and a finish line set up next to your small group area. You're going to instruct the kids. They will either have a ball or a bean bag, depending on how many I have of each. They're going to put them between their legs. The teams run down to the cones, and then you're going to have the memory verse cards spread out everywhere. They pick up a card, they run back with the beanbag or ball between their legs back to the next person, and they put their card down on the ground. Once the team has gotten all the cards back, they're going to lay out the memory verse. We're going to do this as a large group because I want to see or challenge our 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th graders to see who can finish quicker. Sometimes our little kids are really good at this beanbag and getting down to the cone and getting back more than our large kids will. All right, then we're going to close in prayer time. What they're going to do is they're going to take their shoe, and on the bottom of their shoe, they're going to list something that they have had a hard time walking away from a fight for. So it might be getting an argument with siblings. They want to be right, so they keep on fighting and they don't walk away. Or maybe their parents have asked them to do something and they argue over and over again and try to get the last word. So there's some examples that you can use to kind of help them brainstorm ideas to put on the bottom of their shoe. What we're going to encourage them to do is take these shoes and put them up somewhere in their room to remind them for the whole rest of the month that to care more than 4 people than arguing and winning their argument. All right, don't forget that huddle up time is 8:35 for first service, 10:10 for second service. Breakfast will be in the kitchen. Get there a little bit early and grab you something to eat. And I can't wait to see you on Sunday.